akwengana baba tewali akwengana baba omugulu tewali akwengana baba omugulu tewali akwengana. Osani de
Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Big Sam. Welcome to the Gospel Hype. I know for sure that God is doing some great work in your life. A round of applause to these guys, the Roots. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are doing so great. You look wonderful. It's a mix, and we need to let everybody know that God is not only interested in keyboard. He's not only interested in, the drum set, and all these other guitars. He's also interested in our local cultural instrument. And when we play such, we bring back the flavor of our origin, and that's what God. I want to imagine what God was thinking about when he was, designing Ugandans to be Ugandans, and he gave them the culture, he gave them the brains to think creativity, and this is what Roots is bringing back, celebrating the diversity of culture and talent that God has given the African man. And, it's not only the xylophones and these dungus and these, instruments that are used in devil worship. No, we can use them to praise God. We can use them to relax. We can use them to love. We can use them in theatrical, experiences. And that's why the Roots are joining me today, so that we can celebrate what God has given them. And I'll be hosting them, right, talking to them in just a few minutes from now. We'll be talking to find out what is Roots. What have they got in stock for us? And I tell you, if you've never seen talent on its very best, you need to come and see the Roots. But they'll tell you more as soon as I give them a chance to speak to us, and you'll be modified. And of course, your life is not going to be the same again. But also today, we have been so privileged to be hosting, the lawyers from the Christian Fraternity. Now, when I say the lawyers, everybody want to think about, lawyers. Nobody want to think that lawyers can say anything Christian, because we used to lawyers who can do anything to make their case be approved. You get a lawyer this, lawyer that. But, these guys are Christian lawyers, and they got a lot to educate and inform and tell all of us that are watching us today. If we have lawyers from different belief systems, why don't we celebrate the lawyers from the Christian Fraternity? My question to them would be, do they really practice Christianity in the lawship? But we had to find out. So they stole my studio today, and we're going to find out more from them. I hope you really enjoyed the moment. Last week, many of you sent me messages, and you're asking me about the context of the team that we were hosting. Definitely, I'll give it to you again before I close today's show. But I want to thank you so much for all the time getting connected and tuned in. Thank you so very much. Those guys are friends of mine from Rwanda. I know I got a message from Hanish from Rwanda. Definitely this is national television, so it goes free to air in Rwanda, in Kenya, in Sudan. People watching us in Zambia. Hey, I want to thank, there's a friend of mine called Habib. Habib is actually a Muslim, but he say, I enjoy the gospel hype, and every Sunday I'm tuned in right from this southern part of Africa. So I want to celebrate people like you. I also want to celebrate people that watch us on YouTube. All our programs are live on YouTube, and we are live right now, so you can watch us in the UK. I've got a clique of mine, Pastor Sam Motiaba, all the way from Boston. He's always watching us to make sure that he gets connected to what vibe is coming out of Kampala. I also want to thank people that call me and you say, you need a special prayer. Sometimes my phone is so busy, but you get a moment to come to me, and you push it and you push it. If you want a victory in life, never give up, never quit. You call someone once and they don't pick up, and you feel, oh my God, they gave us their numbers and they're not picking up. Excuse me, you gotta try one more time. It took God, who created you, he tried to save you when he was still in heaven with his family. And he was sending angels, and was sending prophets, and you did not adhere to his word. He did not give up. God gave his only begotten son. So if God tried all other means to save you, how about you trying my phone again until I pick up? I want to celebrate you guys that, called me and say, Big Sam, you were a blessing in our lives, and we want to thank you. There's a guy who called me from Kitigumo and said, you know what? I just want to pray a prayer for you, Big Sam, because I know you're passing through a lot to get this program on air. Definitely. Let me tell you what, the devil's kingdom is not also silent. It wants to win God's kingdom. So, however much we advance the kingdom of God, we create more enemies than ever. So the devil also tries. Don't think that Big Sam stays in heaven. He doesn't have no challenges. No, I do, man. I walk out here and I'm just a normal human being just like you, But the only difference between me and you, I know the choices I make. And that's my word of wisdom today. As we start this wonderful program, my beloved brother, my sister, you're watching me from your sick bed. You're watching me from your home. I know that Bumali, a senior secondary school, you are now watching me live. You've put a screen and everybody in the school is supposed to watch me. I want to thank you. But let me give you a very positive something that has made me who I am. The choices and decisions I make are not dependent on what everybody say. They are dependent on what God say about me. So when I make my choices, when I make decisions, I don't just simply attend any party. You can make a party, but I don't attend any party. I'm not a material for every party on the village. No, I choose what kind of parties that I'm going to attend to. I love, and I look at women and they're so beautiful, but I make a decision and say, not every woman that is so beautiful on planet Earth is mine. I choose to close my eyes even when the women that I'm looking at are more bigger than my wife. I say, hey, that's not for me. I turn back. Choices that you make. The businesses that I involve myself into. I've been also talking to people and I say, God is looking at us from heaven and is thinking, what is wrong with these people? And he said, I think that's the same thing that the devil is also doing. Because the devil, maybe he's on his way going to Ginger. And when he passes by, what is that place? Maybe, let me talk about, where is the football national stadium? It is in, okay, let's say the devil is trying to pass by Namanve and is going to Ginger. And the people in Namanve are praying and casting the devil. And the devil says, I'm not with you. I am on my way to Ginger. Because some people need to understand that you are your own devil because of the decisions and choices that you make. God has created you with joints, with muscles, and he says, once you move out, God would have created you with one bone and say from the head to the top, you're one bone, you're a robot, one bone, but he created it with all these muscles. So you're wondering why you're sick every day. You have back pain, you have knee pain, you have shoulder pain. God is not going to come back to recreate you. He said, doesn't this person know that he is born and created with muscles? So you are supposed to exercise. Now, I say people pray, hey, Pastor, pray for me because I have back pain. I'm not going to pray for you. Go and exercise. Some of you eat poorly. And the devil is not on your side. You're casting the devil because you're suffering from malnutrition, you're suffering from, and the devil is not on you, but you are your own devil. God has created you, and he has put on this earth greens. He's put on this earth things like, dodo, things like onions, and you don't eat them. And what you eat, Rolex at midnight. Hello? And you're suffering, man. You're sick. And you want the pastor to pray. I don't pray for people that don't have wisdom. That's what the Bible say. My people perish. Let me rephrase the statement. My people get sick because of lack of what? So the devil is not in your life. You are obese. Not because of the devil, because of your poor eating habits. Hello? You are suffering in your relationship. Not because of the devil. There were 10,000 men in Uganda. You chose that man that had a wife somewhere. You're suffering, man. The guy is cheating on you. You did not choose the right. God has given us one thing that I like: the power of making decisions and choices. And when you perceive and understand the power, that's why today I am not a lawyer, man. I think I can't be a lawyer. And these guys are, I'm going to invite them, they're right here. They're lawyers, man. I can't be a lawyer because I can understand someone telling me I did this and this and this that is wrong. But I want you to make it right for me. I want you to stand in for me so that I'm right. I can't stand that. That's why maybe I'm on TV. And even on TV, I can't afford. Elijah would tell you, my producer, I cannot afford to be behind the camera. I cannot. I don't know nothing behind the camera. I want to be in front of camera. So choices, and the choices that we make, we have fruits for them because of the choices that we make. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gospel Hype. You know, I love edifying you and take you to a different level. Later in the show, my brother Andrew Sebagala, who is a fresh birthday graduate, will be right here, and we will be chatting about roots, finding out what God has in store. I attended a very wonderful show yesterday at Serena Hotel, and it was called Uzuri. African Pride, African Show. Man. Christians, if you think these things, going to the theater, going to watch this show is satanic, you're going to be bored as a Christian. I don't want to enter heaven when I'm so gloomy. I want to enter heaven when I'm vibrant. So God will ask me, Big Sam, what's up? And I say, hey, God, I am here. But if you don't need me here, I can go back. Because all these things are here for us. I also support Soccer Kajans United. So today, my team is playing in Masaka. I was putting on my shorts, and I met someone in Masaka last week, and they told me, are you the Big Sam that I watch on TV? And I say, yes, I am. And they say, but do you also put on shorts? And I say, yes, this is a different timing. Oh my God. My producer is telling me my time is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, it's right about this time that I invite on the floor. Now, I heard my DMD talk more about being a Christian and being a lawyer. And on this show, I always try to say that we are going to celebrate the true Word of God in every sphere of influence. You might be a politician. We will invite politicians here, and they'll talk about being political, godly way. Now, here are the lawyers. It's a pleasure having you on the show. Uganda Youth Forum, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
They don't even talk, man. They used to talk to people. How you doing? Let's start from you, sir. Let's introduce ourselves. Let's find out. Who are you?
My name is Agaba Kenneth Ambonda, and I'm a member of Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity.
Okay.
I as well serve as the Speaker of the Uganda National Students Association.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right. Okay, we'll go to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Big Sam. My name is Tumwebaza Kidulu Elizabeth. I am a student of law in my 4th year at Uganda Christian University. I recently served as the president of the UCU Law Society, and I am also a member of Uganda Youth Forum and Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity.
Wow.
As a student member.
Wow. Okay. Let's go to you, sir.
Good morning. My name is John Osapiri. I serve as the Chief Executive Officer of Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity. We are located in Wandege at Baptist House, and Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity is an association of Christian legal professionals which started out in 1987 as a fellowship of Christian law students, and the fraternity was incorporated as a non-government organization in 2005, and today we boast of over 500 members who are serving in the different facets of the justice law and order sector. And our vision is for a world where justice and human dignity are a reality for all, and our mission is to share our faith in Christ, promoting access to justice and respect for human dignity through speaking up, fellowship, mentorship, and defending the rights of the vulnerable. And the Fraternity has got legal aid offices in Gulu, in Kasese, in Kayunga, in Masaka, in Kampala, Madiokolo, and Terego districts. And Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity is the only institution that brings together lawyers, advocates, law students, and judicial officers. And we are working with the Uganda Youth Forum, which is an indigenous non-government organization which was started by the First Lady of Uganda, Mama Janet Kataha Museveni. And the purpose was to provide a platform for dialogue among the youth on issues that challenge the youth. Issues to do with purity, issues to do with sexuality, issues to do with growing up, challenges of growing up like adolescence, and the message of hope, love, are the messages that accompany the work of Uganda Youth Forum.
All right, all right. Yeah. Now, for those of you that have just joined us, definitely this is a moment where we want to dig deep into knowing the law and its practice, the youth that are practicing the law, and what is this got to do with Christianity. Now, I want to pause before I even go anywhere further. How do you get law into Christianity? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Big Sam. I think that at first instance, the law is actually part of Christianity, because when we read the Bible,
yeah,
God introduced the 10 Commandments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So definitely the law is under Christianity. And I think that we have issues of injustice, we have issues of immorality when people get the law out of Christianity and out of the perspective in which God had initially ordained. Because God brings the law to govern us, but this shows that the law is actually an idea of Christianity.
Okay, the law is an idea of Christianity, but the law we practice today, I mean, to be a good lawyer, you must be able to stand and defend a criminal, right? Right? How are you going to do that if you're Christian?
Thank you so much. First and foremost, that's the reason as why Uganda Youth Forum and Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity, supported by the Office of the First Lady, have come up with the youth conversions. These are to teach us that we should not move by the norms that people believe to be real or true, and yet in actual sense, they are not the values that we should stand for. Uganda National Youth Convention, the first phase was talking about ethics and integrity. That was on 5th of August last year. And among the speakers, the points they raised was that we should serve as Christ-centered citizens. So as lawyers, even us, we serve with diligence, Christ-centeredness, integrity, and stewardship. That's why you see we are calling upon all students and also the youth in this nation to participate in this forthcoming National Youth Convention on the 27th of this month.
Okay, we're going to have more time to talk about the convention and when it's going to run. But I want to understand it from the Christian point of view and the business point of view. You understand? You want to tell me that this whole thing that has gone on, as you who are coming from the Christian fraternity and your lawyers and your youths, you are not going to defend a murderer. You are not going to defend someone who has, do you see a case of someone rigging the election? You see, you go ahead and see someone doing something that is obvious, that is not right for community. You're not going to, is that what you want to stand for? Aren't you going to lose business?
First and foremost, it is important that a legal practitioner stands for what is right. Of course,
say it again.
It's important that a legal practitioner stands for what is right, doing what is right, defending what is right, and not defending the wrong in the society. A lawyer is, of course, trained to defend people. And it is the duty of a legal practitioner to guide. If you have a client and the client is telling you, yes, it's true, I did commit murder. So the role of the lawyer is to investigate, why did this happen? And so in law you have something called defenses. Yes. Probably it was out of provocation. Probably it was out of intoxication. Yes. So there are those defenses in law, and it's the duty of a lawyer to now identify and help the client, because you know that everyone is entitled to receive justice. And you know the Bible says Jesus Christ is our advocate. Yes. And it doesn't mean that if he's your advocate, he's only going to, you know, stand for you when you do right. He also stands for you when you do wrong, but he gives you an opportunity to change. And of course, God wants us to change. So it's the role of every legal practitioner to help their client to see the light. So your role is not to lie the court. So yes, your client has told you, I have committed this offense. So you go before court and then you tell the court. And so what the lawyer can only do is to bring out the issue of the defenses in, you know, any legal situation, if there are any defenses.
If they are
and
not
then,
there.
Of course, if they are not there, they are not there. They are not there. And of course, as a Christian lawyer, you wouldn't go for something that is against your conscience. So it's very important. You take up something that you have, that you are empathic about. You take up something that you're passionate about. So as a Christian lawyer, if my principle is, I don't believe in theft, I don't believe in murder, so I will not take up those issues because they interfere with my personal values as a Christian.
So if a murder case comes to you and I am the murderer and I've got the money, man, yeah, man, go on. You want to say something? You see me coming. I've got the money, man. You don't have the money, man. I got the money.
Now, you see, the whole point is that most of the people look at lawyers to be taken as thieves, you know, corrupt people. But the truth is that they have not interacted with them and come to know them on an individual basis. I personally happen to be under the mentorship of Counsel Naboth Muhairi. But of recent he told us of a scenario whereby he was offered large lump sums of money to defend a criminal, and they failed to accept the terms and conditions. Why? At the end of the day, he stood by his values as a counsel. And the role of a lawyer at the same time is to give counsel to a client. So it's not that when you come to me and you say that, yes, I have money, but I've killed someone. I have to guide you or counsel you. And also, I can tell you that let's please go to court. You also serve your punishment. I can also guide you in that way. You serve your punishment, but in law we have where you stand before court and also request court to reduce on the punishment if the causes of the crime was not directly to the person that is accused. So all those are the remedies that can come into play. But it's not that I can come and say, give me that billion and I defend you because you have murdered someone. That's what Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity and Youth Forum are trying to impact into us as young lawyers.
You wanted to add
so we are emphasizing ethical practice for lawyers, And I think that is where our work with Uganda Youth Forum and the Office of the First Lady comes in, to alter some of these morals, because our communities today, people emphasize materialism. They funid our ideas.
Yes.
You tell something, there's this conference coming up, they say, is there money to be given out. So there's a lot of corruption to do with morals, and we think that we need to help our generation. Young people need to be mentored, young people need to be mobilized, and young people need to be evangelized. Yeah. And once we do that through the National Youth Convention that we are having, the focus is to alter the wrong morals that the young people have in society today. You have a lot of influence from the Western world. The Western world wants you to do what they say. They want to dictate on our politics. They want to dictate on our way of life. They want to dictate on our customs. So we have young people who are out of sync with morality and values and basic decency. So there's a lot that is happening in our society, and we think that it's the time to stand up for the right cause and help the young people. And of course, working with the First Lady, she has passion to see that we raise a godly youth in this generation. And so that's why you have these soft skills and practical skills emphasized. In the first convention, as we already said, we dealt with issues of communication, dealt with issues of leadership, dealt with soft skills of sexual purity. And do you know that today, if someone said, I'm a virgin, and of course they are not married, everyone in the classroom will be surprised.
They'll wonder.
Yes, they will wonder. And yet these are celebrated values in the Bible. These are celebrated values in our custom and in our culture. So we are saying we need to stand up. We need to help the young people. The young people need to be trained. They need to be mobilized. They need to be helped to grow to reach their potential. They need mentorship. You cannot become what you want to become tomorrow if you're not under someone, if you're not seated under someone. People throughout ages have been mentored. You know, even in the Bible, Moses had to sit under Jethro. Yeah. You had Timothy sitting under Paul. You had Jesus who was mentoring the 12. So mentorship is a key attribute if we are going to harvest the future that we want for our young people. And so that's how we come in, Uganda Youth Forum and the Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity.
Beloved, if you've just joined us, I'm just having a moment with these elaborated, educated fellows here, and we're talking about how we can make this world or this country a better place, where we have the National Youth Convention coming in for the third time this coming week. And of course, in partnership with the Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity. My number is right on the screen. I see a lot of messages coming in. And I know I'm going to read some messages coming in very, very soon. And this is one of the messages that's coming in from Uganda. And this guy is saying, Big Sam, thanks for the program. Abo baloya batugamba chi beba sinzo kutusiba. You know, and you know, and many people have got their own sentiments about lawyers and how you make things that are not right become. And I'm happy that you're coming up with a Christian way to handle this, because the world will always have its way, but if the Christians don't take the stand to have the right way proceeded, then we're going to have it very, very wrong. Now, I want us to talk about the National Youth Convention that is coming in for the third time. Where is it going to be? What are we targeting? Who is supposed to attend this fellowship?
Thank you very much. So the Youth Convention is on the 27th of May, which is actually next Friday. It will start at 2:30 p.m. and end at 4:30 p.m. It will be, it's a hybrid involving both physical and online participation. We have a few student leaders who will attend the same at State House Entebbe, about 100 student leaders, and then the bigger population, the youth, will attend through Zoom, and then they should also log onto Mama Janet's YouTube page for live streaming.
All right.
And then we are also working to ensure that we have a few media houses broadcast this online, so that even those who are you know, out of reach where there is connectivity will be able to log into. We have a range of speakers, seasonal speakers, to speak to our young people. Of course, they should expect to hear from the host, Mama Janet, who is actually our keynote speaker. And by the way, the youth are very excited wherever we are going in the institutions. They are very excited about the convention. We also expect to hear from Mrs. Bisangwa, who is who has been working with the youth for such a long period of time. And then we shall also hear from Mr. David Kabiswa, who is a leadership consultant and the director Asset Uganda. And of course, we'll also hear from judges this time. We have the Honorable Justice Mike Chibita, who is a Justice of the Supreme Court. And then he's also the patron, Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity. And we shall also hear from the Honorable Lady Justice Monica Mugenyi, who is a Justice of the Court of Appeal, which is also the Constitutional Court. And we shall hear from Honorable Semwanga Javira. He has a great testimony to inspire the youth. And of course, we have Pastor Bugembe. He has a great story, a youth who has stood out, and the Lord has brought him from afar, and he has a testimony to tell. So we do encourage the young people to tune in and be part of this great gathering. You can't miss this, because this is about your future. God is aligning destinies. God is doing something, and God has a word for you through this youth convention, and we can't wait.
Let's talk about the theme of the convention. When I was reading through it, I was like, wow, this is everything packaged in one day. And the theme is our future, our values, navigating through the shift of moral culture.
Yes, so the theme, yes, as well packaged as it is, but before I talk about, I'll just quote what you said when we started this show. You said that the difference is about the choices we make.
Yes.
And you realize that many of the choices that we make as youths, as even older people, is premised on the values that we inhabit within us.
Yes.
And so you realize that the values that we have had have since, faced attack from probably Western doctrines. So there's a certain shift that we are all experiencing. And so this convention and that particular theme is based on the fact that there's a shifting moral culture in Uganda and amongst the youth. But then there's a need for the youth to be reminded of certain values that ought to be upheld, and to be inspired to actually uphold those values as we grow older, because we are the generation that will carry Uganda tomorrow.
All right,
Yes.
all right. Now, so every other year we have a different theme that comes in play, right? Tell me what we had before. We had two conventions before.
Yes.
Which was the first one?
The first one that was held on 5th August, actually the conventions happened on a quarterly basis.
Yes.
The first was about ethical values and integrity.
Yes.
The second one was about entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship. And now this one is focused on values.
Now, we're talking about youth attending this. Who are the youth? Who is a youth that is supposed to attend this? I mean, is it an age thing? Is it who is the youth? Because someone is listening to us and they don't know. Are they talking to me? Man, I'm already past 45. Who is the youth?
Thank you so much, sir. Since we come from Uganda Youth Forum, and we are saying that this convention should be for the youth, there is a misconception that people are carrying it or interpreting it to be. Of recent, when we were moving around registering people, we went to an institution that had people that were above 35,
Yes.
that were regarding themselves to be out the brackets of being the youth. But we are saying everyone, because you may be above 35, but still you are a parent, and you have kids who are in the age brackets of youth, and you have also a mentorship role as a family head or a mother in a family. So we are calling upon the youth, those are students, inclusive, but we're also saying it should not be only limited to the youth who are in schools and also outside there, but also it should go beyond to the parents to also participate so that they can learn something on how to impact these morals into their children. First of all, we should all believe that the morals and values that we are talking about today, they all begin from way back from our family settings. I will give a testimony of two families that I've gone to, sir.
Yes.
The first family is of our Vice Chancellor at Uganda Christian University, Professor Aaron Mushenjezi. I was in that family and I got surprised due to the values and morals they upheld as a family. I saw the man and the wife kneel down and pray to God together, and that is Christ-centeredness. I as well went to the family of the Muhairis. I saw the children, I saw the parents kneeling down and praying to God. Those are the values we are talking about. And we are saying even the parents should participate in this and learn and also impact these moral values into their children. We should not leave this to National Youth Forum and also Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity and the Office of the First Lady. All stakeholders should take part in impacting morals and values in the youth of this nation.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to emphasize that the youth convention is not political. We do welcome everybody. Actually,
Let's say that again.
yes,
Let's say that again.
it's not political. It has no political bearings or connotations. The youth convention is for every Ugandan who is a youth. We've been able to actually reach out to even people in the other political divides. Yesterday, I gave a call to the guild president of Makerere University, who is a NUP person. And we have so many young people who are in NUP, who are actually mobilizing for this convention. So it's not political and it's not religious. We do encourage, even Muslims. Actually, the first convention, we had a partnership with the Uganda Muslim Lawyers Association. So everyone is on board, and we do welcome everybody. Whether you're atheist, whether you are Christian, whether you are Muslim, you're welcome to join and listen in, because these values cut across, these principles cut across. For example, if it's the principle of giving, it cuts across. Anyone who gives gets the blessing that comes with giving. And so morals touch everybody in society. And we think that also our religious leaders have to help us. Messages have to be focused and channeled to help young people. You know, you have a lot of preaching today on prosperity, and we are forgetting the emphasis. We are forgetting the foundation, and we are forgetting our values. Yeah, so I think there is a lot that needs to be done in terms of helping the youth to move the right direction. If you leave them, the forces of darkness around will actually capture them and take them. But now, together with the First Lady, together with Uganda Youth Forum, we are saying no. We are saying, as young people, we shall determine where we want to go. We shall determine the kind of government, the kind of system that we want to have, the kind of people that we want to lead us. So it's very key in such a season to talk about these values. Yes.
I've got someone here. He says, oh, that's a great program, but as far as a state house was mentioned, I gave up because I saw where this fraternity will end up. And I think you've just answered this person clearly. It's an excellent idea, but money crisis will execute the mission. Yes.
Thank you so much. In response to the comment of, I don't know if it's a lady or a gentleman.
Gentleman.
It's a gentleman. I will submit with due respect that stating or mentioning State House should not deter you from participating in this convention. Simply because when he brought in the aspect of money, I want to honestly say that all the members working in this forum, they are doing a pro bono service. There is no budget that is there in place that to do this and this.
Yes.
People are doing things wholeheartedly. And this is something that has been always communicated by the First Lady, that the generation has changed to we want something in exchange for an opportunity. And yet you see, we are even the ones supposed to be rewarding them for impacting these morals and values into us. So that's why we are saying we are bringing a new revolution where youth work without expecting anything in terms of cash, in terms of material possessions. We are saying let's work with dignity, honesty, and we shall achieve a lot. You know, there's one mate of mine that stated yesterday that the development of this nation and even Africa at large will remain shaky if at all the moral values are not restored. The youth of this generation, we believe, to attend a conference, we must be given transport refund. But this is not what this convention is all about. It's about coming and you get the brains on how to improve yourself and impact positively on your life. So, my brother, it's not about money, it's not about politics, it's not about anything, religion, or anything like the CEO has stated. It's about benefiting from the speakers of the day. So that's why we kindly invite you to participate and also benefit, like most of us who have benefited.
Could I say something?
Yes.
I'll also give an example. You and I are not paid to go to church.
Yes.
The pastor does not wire, transport facilitation to your mobile money in order for you to go to church. And I know we have many at church today, but the pastor didn't come at your door and give you money to go to church. You went to church because you knew you're going to be serviced. You're going to have time with God. You're going to live a better person. So it's all about the mindset. Because some people are seeing State House and they are thinking, oh my God, it's opportunities, there's money, it's a scandal, etc., etc.
Yes.
But change that mindset. And this is what we are preaching. Let us shift our mindset. It's not all about the money. You're not paid to go to church. Why do you need to be paid to attend a convention that is going to help you and impact your life? Yes, that's what I'm
Jimmy in Lira says, Big Sam, thank you for the show. I am always inspired. Actually, this is my Sunday church service every week. I like what the lawyers are saying, and the fact that they are youthful like us, it is a plus. But why put the event at the State House? They should bring it to Lira, because in Lira, all of us are working to better the country. The Kampala youth, they are corrupt.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Big Sam.
Yes.
First and foremost, the choice for the venue,
Yes.
it's a process. And these conventions have just started, but the First Lady has committed to have these conventions quarterly. And this is the third one. So even before the end of this year, we're actually going to have another one. But what we want to say, of course, we have made proposals to have this convention be held regionally and taken to other regions. So it's a process. I think the youth out there in Mbale or Fort or in Mbarara or Lira, they don't need to be to feel like they've been left out. And actually, that's why we have it online, so that everyone who is where there is internet can access from their phones. But also, once we have the media houses like UBC live stream this, then they will also be able to access. But in future, we are looking at working with institutions of learning in the regions to ensure that probably we have something that is maybe residential, and then you have youth in that locality organized to come and attend the convention. So it's a process. And I don't want him also to say that youth in Kampala are corrupt. That's not true. It is subjective. Corruption is subjective. The other person may be, this one may not be.
Does not.
So we shouldn't judge people by what we see or by what we think or by their stereotypes.
Okay, yes, sir.
In response also to that,
We want to wrap this up.
On the same point, my brother in Iria, he should not lose hope That's the Baganda say gachari mabaga. It's still a beginning. But still, as they speak of the Uganda National Students Association, we have a meeting with the guild presidents from all regions. We have used the structures of Uganda National Students Association to reach out to most of these regions. So we shall be sending the links to those guild presidents and student leaders who will share them all over to other students. And if at all, we also have people that are above the age of 35 that are ready to share these links to those students. And we have also set up centers in these institutions regionally so that students or the youth in a particular area can move to a nearby place. For example, in let's say Bishop Barham University, and get to listen to the information.
Susan in Arua says, Big Sam, I thank you for the gospel hype. Today, you have got me glued on the TV. This is for the youth, and we are so happy. But youth don't have data. Where are they going to connect from? This should be national, and it should be free on TV national. Okay, I think he means UBC. TV national, so that everybody can benefit, not to only the ones that can afford data. You see the prices.
Thank you very much. She's raising a very critical point therein. We are working behind the clock to ensure that one, we have a broadcast on television, but also we are working around the clock to ensure that we reach out to other telecommunication companies to work out and ensure that maybe we can have data in the long run. Of course, this is short notice for those telecom companies. But as we go forward, we are building partnerships with telecom companies to be able to broadcast or even provide data to participants in the near future. But for now, this is volunteer service. You know, we have so many things happening on the media, and sometimes people will always have to get data to ensure that, you know, they attend or they watch those different programs that they have or videos that they have. So we think we want to cultivate a spirit of volunteerism, but a spirit of sacrifice. People always ask, what has government done for us? Now this time we are saying, what have you done for the government?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Madam, looking at the future of the youth in this country, Western culture has greatly affected our youth negatively. Now, we want to find out, how are you going to be handling this? Because you are the youth above all the lawyers.
I beg your pardon?
The Western culture has greatly affected the youth in this culture, in this country, culture-wise. Now, they're asking, what are you going to do in terms of handling this, because you are the youth in leadership above?
Thank you so much, Big Sam. I think that the first thing that every youth should do is, first of all, attend a convention on Friday, because that's one big step into taking charge of this shifting moral culture.
On Friday.
Because during the convention, we are going to have different speakers who are going to share their experiences and inspire us as youth to take on the road less traveled. And it's true, it's very evident that the Western culture is attacking our moral values, and it's having a very great impact on us. But this is a time when youths out there, we are youths here, we are taking charge and saying, no, we are not going to, you know, compromise. We are going to decide to hold on to these values. And the other thing that my brother has talked about, Mponda, is the issue of mentorship. Because as we grow, there are people who have been there before and people who will guide us. So even after the convention, for every youth out there, please get a mentor. let someone hold your hand. Albert Einstein said that we are able to see far when we stand on the shoulders of great men
Yes.
and women. And if we are going to take charge of the country and take the country to a better place tomorrow, then we need to stand on shoulders of people who have led with values and people who have not compromised. Yes, that is what I think. And also the issue of accountability. I think that youths out there, we are having issues of peer pressure, bad peer pressure. And many are falling victim to bad decisions simply because of the systems they surround themselves with. But if a youth out there will take a decision to surround yourself with the right support systems, you will be able to walk, you know, the road less traveled, but with a support system and then with mentorship. And you will easily uphold the values of integrity, the values of honesty. You will not seem to be the local one when you opt to be a virgin, when you choose to be a virgin before marriage. You will not, I mean, it's not going to, you won't be a laughing stock because you have refused to take a bribe, because you're around the right support systems. Yes.
Now, some youth need a financial support to change morally. Are you willing to support the youth?
I want to say that morality has nothing to do with financial support. I've worked for some institutions. Some of them were government
Maybe let's
institutions.
divide what is moral.
Morals are generally accepted standards in any given society. And so you don't need money to...
One of the accepted standards right now,
yes,
as far as talking about this conference, is someone must have a smartphone. It is an acceptable standard for a youth out there. How are we going to help them?
Now, first and foremost, we have young people who are in school. We have contacted head teachers of different schools to support in live streaming.
Yes.
From either using YouTube or using Zoom, so that as a group, the young people are able to follow. Those that don't have smartphones, and also those who are in schools. But also if you don't have a smartphone, you find a friend who actually has a smartphone. I believe in your village or in your community, you will not go across 10 people and one doesn't have a smartphone. So you know, it's good. It's good to work as a community.
Yes.
So you can find someone with a smartphone, and then you'll be able to watch.
Guys, we need to wrap this up, man. Our time is fast spent. But I want to thank you. Thank you so much for coming. I must read this message. This says, "Thank you for hosting them. The lady is young." Oh, okay. The lady. Okay. The lady is young and bold. Though I did not know anything about the convention, more advert and use of media needed, because we need this out there. And this is Faith from Kayunga.
Thank
and
you.
She's just giving you a compliment. What are we going to do from now on so that people know by Friday? We need to flag this. We need all the media houses.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's in the office of the First Lady, let her make one statement and say that it be a must for all media houses to broadcast this, because this is going to help the youth.
Thank you very much. We are very happy that the Media Center has been very helpful, and we are going to have a press conference this Wednesday at 10, and we believe the media houses will be able to broadcast what is in the press statement for the young people. But also, of course, we welcome volunteer media houses, and we are very happy. The management of UBC has also been very helpful that they've been able to give us such a program to say this. So, of course, we do encourage other houses, media houses, to come up and support this. We've been at Kingdom. We've been in some media houses in the country. And we continue to do this, of course, through social media, Facebook, Twitter. Yeah.
All right, and this is the last message I'm reading right now, and says, "Hello, Gospel Hype. Thank you so much for the show. Deborah, watching you from Budaka. First and foremost, I'm grateful for the trio for their efforts to lead the campaign, and I find value in this conversation because I will learn a lot that I will be able to pass on to the youth that I minister to, because I realize most of our youth, like including old luck this. Kudos to the team mobilizing. Be rest assured, give us the contacts, give us whatever we need. We will pass it on." Now, I like this message. This is very positive.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
You want to give us the contacts?
Yes.
Yeah, please do
The
that.
contacts are 0774 777 055. Let me say it again. 077 477 7055. And then that's for MTN, and then for Airtel it's 0751 66 4586. 0751 66 4586. Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
In your last word, as the chairman.
The convention is on. We do encourage you to tell a friend, and that friend should also tell another friend.
Yes.
And ensure that you register, ensure that you call those numbers that have been shared with you. We will be able to send you the link. Once you give us a call, we shall send you the link. And then when you fill the form on the link, the Zoom link for you to attend the meeting will be sent on your email. But also, if once you register, we shall get your phone number, and what we shall do, we shall send a bulk SMS on your phone number having this conference Zoom link. So we look forward to having you, Uganda Youth Forum, Office of the First Lady, and we can't wait what the Lord is going to do to our country.
Man, thank you so much, and I'll be delighted to host you again next Sunday for a feedback, because this is happening this Friday, right?
Yes.
What time?
Between 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m.
So between 2:30 to 4 p.m.
Yes.
Okay. Now, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you've been blessed with such wonderful words. I cannot take it on further from that, but I want to thank Mama, our First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, for this wonderful opportunity to think of investing into the future of the youth. And definitely, if we adhere to this, we will have a better place. So, Mama, thank you so very much with the team that works with you. And I think I'm now officially part of this team, and we'll make sure that this goes to another level. Between 2:30 and 4:30 on a Friday, let us all be tuned. You don't have to come to the State House. You can be tuned in from wherever you are. And of course, they have said they will make all means so that this is regional, so that most of you that have been asking, when is it coming to our place? When is it leaving the State House? Everything has got a start, and we appreciate God for this wonderful start. Now, Pastor Wilson Bugemba will be there, and I've also seen Steve Cares will be there. I will be there, okay? So all my friends, all my followers, we're going to put this on target on all our social media platforms, because it's a noble cause for all of us to be part of this wonderful event. Again, 0779 349 154 or 0780 393951, and that is for registration purposes and contacts. Get those numbers right off, and then you'll be right in. We want to thank so much the Uganda Christian Lawyers Fraternity and the Uganda Youth Forum, plus the support that we have gotten from the Office of the First Lady to make sure that this happens. I want to pause for now, and I give you a music break. I'm coming back with the Roots, and we will then be praising God together. This is the Gospel Hype. My name is Big Sam. Enjoy the moment.
zitambula zinigenda zidderi zitambula zinigenda zidderi mumuwemba ogwamulirana nezekola ekigenyi mumuwemba ogwamulirana nezekola ekigenyi mumuwemba ogwamulirana nezekola ekigenyi talina muwemba zisanga kulimire talina muwemba zisanga kulimire talina muwemba zitambula zinigenda ziteno zitambula zinigenda ziteno mumuwemba ogwamulirana nezekola ekigenyi mumuwemba ogwamulirana nezekola ekigenyi zinenyonyi zitwala banga zinenyonyi zitwala banga zitambula zinigenda ziteno zitambula zinigenda ziteno wemba ogwamulirana nezekola ekigenyi wemba ogwamulirana nezekola ekigenyi wemba ogwamulirana nezekola ekigenyi
African Art Troupe, presenting the roots.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you had a wonderful time when we were hosting a moment for the youth and the lawyers from the Christian Fraternity, and of course the words that they said. We apologize for that small hiccup right in there, but I know for sure that this is the right time. Now, I have the roots. Today we wanted to praise God differently with our traditional local instruments. Many of us think these instruments are used in shrines, they're only used in theaters, you know, but we can use them to praise God. And that's the reason why I'm having roots here. And remember, we have just celebrated the International World Cultural Day, which is on this year, and it's still going on. The celebrations are going on at the National Theatre, and I've seen throughout the weekend there's quite a lot of art exhibition and talent exhibition, and the fact that these people believe in talent, and Uganda is full of artistic people. We had lots of stages, people perform different things, and you know, you could just bring your family there and be edified. And as a Christian, I believe that we should not leave this to the heathen. We should be part of what God has installed as good for Uganda. And today I have my brother Andrew Sebagala, who is into the leadership of the National Theatre, but we're talking about roots today. How you doing, Andrew Sebagala?
Yes, my brother. I'm doing well. I'm doing fine.
That's
doing
good.
great.
That's good.
Because I'm celebrating my culture.
Yes,
Yes.
and this falls in line when it has been your birthday, actually. Lately, so it's a belated birthday from all of us. And something very special about Andrew Sebagala. We share the month, the birthday month.
Wow.
I was born on the 10th of May, and he was born on
20th.
On the 20th. So 10 days after, and of course he calls me big brother because I existed way before him. But it's a pleasure to have you on the show, my brother.
Thank you very much, Big Sam.
Tell me, who is Andrew Sebagala for the people who are out there?
Wow, wow, wow. For the people out there, Andrew Ranga Sebagala Jedediah is my wonderful name.
Yes.
And normally I begin with Sebagala. Andrew Ranga Jedediah. That's the order of my name. I am a creative producer. I'm an artist. I'm a storyteller. And currently I'm working at the Uganda National Cultural Center as your production manager. And also I direct the House of Talent East Africa, which is a cultural and production company.
Yes.
And I do so many things which are related to the art and culture in this country. That's where my passion is. That's where my calling is. God called me into this sector, into the arts and culture, and that's where I derive my joy and I derive the purpose for my living. Yes.
Let's talk about Roots.
Yes.
Roots, it is happening at the National Theatre. What is Roots?
Roots. Roots is a concert in the first place. It's the title of the concert that we are having at the National Theatre. And each and every one of us has what they call roots, where you come from.
Okay.
God created us as human beings, and we have our roots in Him. We come from Him, and therefore we derive whatever we do from Him. So at the Uganda National Cultural Center, as we celebrate the World Culture Day, which was marked yesterday officially, and tonight we are having a grand finale, we decided to work with African Art Troupe, which have been playing for you the gospel music since the show started, using our cultural instruments. And we are here to make a statement that Christianity, because we know when the Muzungu came, we threw away our drums, we threw away our instruments, and we brought the guitars, and we brought the keyboard, and we took away all those other instruments. So we have come here to make a statement as we celebrate the World Culture Day that these instruments come from God. God created them. God gave us the creativity. God gave us the innovation. And we're celebrating that by showcasing, by having this concert at the National Theatre, which is being produced and performed and executed by the African Art Troupe.
You know the perception of people, they think all these instruments are satanic.
Yes.
And we need to rub that out of people's minds. Some of our children in our generation, they don't even know these instruments.
True.
Let me come to you guys.
Yes.
And I don't know if my camera person is going to be, but I want to celebrate this on a better scale and get to know some of these instruments that you guys have here. What is this that we're having here?
This is called an akogo.
Akogo.
Yes, looks like this. Yes,
Okay, Akogo. Which culture? Where is it from? What is the background of the Akogo?
The akogo is from Eastern Uganda.
Okay.
The Iteso.
The Iteso.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is like the modern day piano or what?
What is it in English?
In English, it's called a lamellaphone.
Lamellaphone.
Yes.
Play something, man.
Big Sam.
Yeah.
It's complicating.
Okay. You can call it a thumb piano.
Perfect.
A thumb piano. Yes. Now that's better. Come on, play some a thumb piano. Let's see. What does it take for you to learn this?
It takes commitment, time, and love for.
Is there classes that someone can come to the theater? Andrew, is there classes that someone can come to the theater and get to learn this?
Yes, definitely. But the first place that we would recommend you to go and learn, for starters, is at the Performing Arts School. Each of these entities has their mandate in the first place.
Okay.
So if we have a Performing Arts School at Makerere University, which is the music, dance, and drama department, that's the first place we take you to. But definitely we have what we call short course training at the National Theatre. If you want to learn any instrument, particularly our Africa traditional instrument, short course, we can train you, and is one of them.
Let's get into this. What is this now?
This is called an adungu.
Adungu.
Yes.
Okay. It is different from Sechtrege, right?
Yes, very different.
Sechtrege is one string,
Yes,
right?
one string.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the adungu
Yes.
is the modern day instrument called what?
Now this is you can relate it to the harp. It's called the
Oh, to the harp.
Yes.
All right. Let's play that. Let's play that and see what. You can play actually any rhythm, any song.
Any.
Change, play something else. Wow, I'm enjoying this, man. What's your name?
Isaiah Mukaya.
Isaiah Mokai. And you're going to be performing today, right?
Yes, please.
And what's your name?
I'm Mogeni Keith Divine.
Mogeni Keith Divine.
Yes.
You're performing today at the Rose, right?
Yes.
And what's
Yes.
your name?
Agola Simon.
Agola Simon.
Yep.
And you're going to be performing today as well.
Yes.
Man, I think the best place to be for all of you that are watching us right now is at the National Theatre.
Yes.
If you really want to breathe good oxygen today, it's not going to be available anywhere else. It's only going to be available at the National Theatre. Andrew, tell us more about the Roots and when we're showing, what time does the show start today? And then we take it on from there so that people can come and watch the show. I'm coming with my family, man. This is a family day out for me. And, you know, and how much does it cost?
Well. We premiered the show yesterday at the National Theatre, so meaning Today we are doing the grand finale.
Yes.
We are closing the show today. And today the show is happening at the National Theatre, the only theatre in this country. And it is happening at 6 o'clock tonight, this Sunday. So it's a family show, 6 o'clock. Come to the National Theatre and enjoy the roots. It captures all cultures, basically all the cultures. We go to the east, we go to the west, we go to the north, we come back to the central, and we enjoy those musics, those dances, those stories that made us who we are, that made the parents that we believe in and that we see. When you see the president come to this country, I mean to this TV station, and he speaks, he tells us stories. It means he got a firm foundation
Yes.
from his parents. When you listen to our grandparents tell us these stories, the stories that inform who we are, the stories that that have created that have given us the creativity, the values that who we are. And today, because Big Sam, you're very busy, my mother's very busy, my father's very busy, the children of today have not got that opportunity. Through the Roots concert, through the Afric Art Troupe, they have given you that opportunity
Yes.
to bring your child to come and celebrate and listen to these stories and listen to these values and see the dances and see the cultural instruments and see and listen to the cool music. Only 20,000 shillings for the students, because we know students are still looking for some pocket money here and there.
Yeah, yeah.
And for you, the parents, and for me, the adult, for you, Big Sam, 30,000 shillings. Only.
Oh my God.
Because we want to
That's
give
a giveaway.
A giveaway. It would have been like 100,000
Yeah.
shillings. You know, like 100,000 shillings. But because we know we are celebrating what we are, and culture may not be a commodity for sale per se, what are we doing? We decided to give it to you so that you are able to come and experience this. So come tonight at the National Theatre and experience who we are and celebrate your culture and be able to sing and dance and celebrate the World Culture Day with us, with the Afric Art Troupe.
All right, all right. Thank you so very much, Andrew. Give us a contact number if someone wants to, contact you specifically for this wonderful presentation of today, and even for future, if someone wants to get to learn and get to join the troupe. Yeah, give us the contact.
Well, my contacts are 776 61 7450. 776 61 7450. And also the other contact is when you come to the Uganda National Cultural Center, you come to our reception, you go to the box office, they will be able to attend to you. Because this is a national body, this is your body, the UNCC, that's the Uganda National Cultural Center, where the National Theatre is located. Come. Let us celebrate who we are. Let us celebrate our culture. And Big Sam, I just want to add this.
Yes.
You see how I'm dressed?
Yes.
You didn't tell me that I'm smart.
You're very smart.
I'm very smart.
Because that's part of you. You're always smart.
Thank you very much. As we celebrate our World Culture Day, we'd like to tell each and every one, at least for today, dress in your cultural attire.
Yes.
Eat a cultural food. Okay? Malakwanga. Olye kutoke. Oluwombo. I mean, your cultural food. Make it a point as a way to celebrate your culture. Give a phone call to your parents and greet them and say, hello, mama, kodeyo, baliyo, mulimutia, you know? Yeah, so do something cultural to celebrate the World Culture Day in a Christian manner and as a family.
God bless, man. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that you guys are having a great time, and of course hosting the Roots right of my show. And my brother right here, Andrew Sebagala. I know God has really blessed your life today. I just wanted to keep it that way today because some of you are too serious, more serious than the Holy Spirit himself. And you end up missing God. You need to tone down. relax and enjoy. Culture is part of who we are, and we celebrate culture in our churches, in our communities, and definitely that's what I wanted to pull out today. I want to send my love to my father right there, Chairman Abubakar Mayanja, the chairman Kawoto A. I want to send my love to you. I just saw you were online, and I know that you wanted to say something on this Root Show, but definitely I know for sure that you are good, and Mama right there is also doing good. Moses Kanyamukuma, the managing director of Kawoto Clays, I want to thank God for you and everybody that follows me on my social media platform. Thank you so very much. Go out there and become positive. I want also to thank people that have come in to support our own ASP Chitaka in the preparations that is going on, and I call you to come to Rio's today, as we're going to be having a meeting right there, and we will see how God will advance us from one level to another. I support Kajansi United FC. I cannot leave the platform without talking about my team. And so far so good in the Buganda region. God has made us champions because we are the only team that has never been beaten. So I want to thank God for Kajansi United FC. Today we are playing in Masaka at the Recreation Ground, and I hope we come back with victory. But everybody that, you know, I always tell people, being a Christian does not exempt you from going to gym. It does not exempt you from going to social gatherings. It does not exempt you from supporting a team that you want to support. The only thing is, what do you do when you go out there? Do you represent Christ? But it's okay for you to go to the beach. It's okay for you to go to the theater. It is okay. Don't leave these things to be taken over by the heathen, because if you do, then there's a vacuum, and that vacuum must be fulfilled. It will be fulfilled by people that don't know God. Let's be everywhere. We need Christians to become doctors. We need Christians in the political arena. We need Christians governing our social places, and things shall be well. Guys, I want to leave you with the love of the Lord. Remember, we are still living in COVID-19. Social distance. Don't be in crowds you don't understand. Definitely masks are not a must these days, but please put on a mask for your own safety. And please make sure that you get the relevant treatment. May God bless you. Catch you again. Other programs are coming in, so don't go away. UBC is the only inspiration that Uganda has. Catch you next Sunday.